Hi everyone, I'm Lynette, the CEO and founder of Disgo. What we're trying to build here at Disgo is trying to revolutionize the discovery of finding great places that you and your friends all love. Well, I studied hospitality in college. I've been working in restaurants and hotels ever since I was in high school, and I've always had a passion for the hospitality industry. And when I moved to New York, I always found out that, people are always telling and recommending places that they loved, but it was really hard to kind of find and keep track of all the places. And being a foodie myself, I love trying everything. And so honestly, I just thought about building something that I would want to use. And that's what kind of started the mission, was that frustration. So imagine that you're going out, and you're trying to find the best happy hour. Where do you currently go? Probably bookmark collections on TikTok or Instagram, or you're on Yelp or Google trying to figure it out, or ChatGPT, which probably gives you inaccurate information. And so that's kind of what we here at Disgo is trying to fix, is finding all of the happy hours and consolidating that, and being able to find all the places that your friends have gone, bartenders recommend, and all the happy hours that exist here in Austin. With Disgo, you are definitely trying to find and consolidate on a map, kind of like Google Lists, but being able to actually combine all of the reviews of all the sources you trust: friends, family, bartenders, chefs, people in the hospitality industry, and being able to consolidate all into a map and figuring out the best places that everybody in your circle likes to go to. Consumer decision making for restaurants and bars, it has really changed in the sense of, before it was really based off of word of mouth. Then it kind of moved towards Yelp, Google reviews, and kind of amassing everyone's general opinions. Then we kind of dwindled down and specified more on influencer marketing, but these are still people that you're not necessarily trusting. Now where we're going is towards going back to that trust, word of mouth, but in a larger scalable platform, and that's kind of what Disgo is trying to build. So social media has gotten way too big for the masses. It's too general, like back in the day when cable companies give you 500 different channels, you'd probably take time to scroll through for the 5 channels that you're looking for. And that's kind of where we shifted over towards streaming platforms, where people wanted, they knew on demand exactly what they were looking for and when they wanted to watch it. And that's kind of where Disgo is building towards, is being that discovery on demand platform and being able to filter out and find places that your trusted sources go towards. Each city, like Austin, has their own local flavors and what they're known for, and only really locals or people that have been here probably do know those spots, and people that are visiting want to be able to experience that. That's what experiencing a city is like. And so being able to find that quickly from people that your friends or bartenders that have friends who are bartenders in Austin or any city you go to, and being able to find exactly those spots, that's the magic of what Disgo is trying to bring and feed into the culture and share each city's flavor. So from my personal hospitality experience, I worked as a hostess back at Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen off of South Mopac. And this one thing really burned into me was from my GM at the time, and she had told me that for every customer that's had a great experience, they will tell at least one of their friends who will definitely come and experience the place. But for every bad experience, you lose 10 customers. And so it really just showed how powerful word of mouth truly is. And I think currently out there, what word of mouth has turned into is kind of a negative space, and I really wanted to highlight that positive one-person friend space. And that's really what Disgo brings, is your friends are highlighting all the places they love to go, so you can easily find those spots instead of having to filter out all the negative reviews that we see and things like that. So what really resonated with me about SpeedRailz was John and his mission to really highlight and help bartenders, every bartender can make a drink, right? But being able to kind of take it to the next level and showcase their craft, their knowledge, their experience really kind of resonated with me and Disco, and how we wanted to highlight and showcase, each bar, restaurant, and consumer tastes to people and everybody alike. And that kind of experience and community-driven aspects are something that we want to help build and grow alongside with SpeedRailz. SpeedRailz's goal is trying to find the best bars in different cities around Texas. And here in Austin, we here at Disgo are trying to help include the community engagement part. And what that looks like is allowing that you to actually vote for 3 different parts of each bar or restaurant that you go to that's part of the competition. So we have venues, which is, what does the area look like? How is the furniture? Then we have the drinks aspect. How's the cocktails? Is it crafted well? Are there different selections? And then lastly, about service, which we have highlighted the most important part is, are the bartenders friendly? Are you able to get to know them and kind of build that relationship off of them and find, maybe follow them on Disco and find more places that they like to go to around Austin. Every bar or restaurant has slow periods, whether it's lunchtime or happy hours or even slower nights. And our goal is to be able to include dynamic pricing into these 3 time frames to kind of allow people to have the opportunity to get access to these deals and fill these seats up. And we're so excited to help SpeedRailz find the best bars in Austin, and we can't wait for you to start rating.